Then the last issue, it concerns how our women are giving birth. C-section. It's also becoming a serious problem. It has been scientifically proven. You can also go and verify this. This is not revelation. These are scientific studies. You can verify them. That when a woman gives birth through a C-section, she compromises the intellectual capacity of the child being born. A normal birth, child delivery, happens when the woman, through her system, communicates through her hormones to the child coming out, that let us come out. So the woman, the child doesn't come simply because the woman is pushing. The child also pushes. As the child is pushing, he or she is adding more oxygen into her brains or his brains. And this is why sometimes children die. The doctors will say the child got tired. Have you ever heard that? So the mother and the child are working together to push. As the child is pushing out, the scientists say he or she is developing emotional capacity to be strong, to fight. So the first battle a child fights is when he or she is coming out from her mother's home. Anoramba achirwa kusvika abuda. So if our women now are being lured by obstetricians and gynecologists that will give you painkillers so that you don't feel birth delivery pains, that is not allowed by God. Yeah, one of my jobs is to give you boundaries on what is allowed and what is not allowed. The pains of child delivery, they empower the woman with maternal instincts. A woman who never went through birth delivery pains is half a mother, emotionally speaking. When a child cries and she is your child, if you had the pain of bringing him out, you won't allow him to cry for the whole minute without running to him. Ask mothers, they will tell you, she feels something that empowers her to run and pick up the child. She remembers the pain. Unless there are medical complications that make it impossible for you to give birth naturally, there are situations like that. You are not committing a sin. It's now a matter of preserving your life. You can give birth through a C-section. But I'm not here talking about C-section. I'm talking about pain medications that block all the pain when women are delivering children. When the child is born, you are not emotionally connected with this child. That has diminished your maternal duties. You are not going to perform your duties as a mother optimally, because emotionally speaking, you killed a part of yourself to avoid pain. There are so many things that are in this life that God allowed to cause pain to us. Pain is an essential aspect of life. It requires pain sometimes to answer to the call of humanity. Sometimes it is a pain that humbles us to feel what other people are feeling. Pain enables you to be human. pain enables you to not always grandstand and ignore other people's situations to advance your own. That's why there are things God continues to allow us to go through that cause pain. Pain is a check and a balance. Systems that are being introduced today that want to give you a soft landing all the time, they are making you and turning you into a robot. A woman should not have pain blockers when she's about to deliver children. Go through that pain, it's natural. The scripture is verse 16 of Genesis chapter 3. Azvitaurwe zvisina magwaro kaiwe.
Yes.
Takatanga rini? Mama ibataka. Tinotenda. 3:16 dzaGenesis. Zvirimo magwaro. Mwari akati mukadzi ngaarwadziwa achipona. Zvinoita kuti uve mai chaivo kuvana vako. This is why there are women who don't want to leave their children with certain women. They know that this woman is rough. She has never had children. Have you seen that? That if you leave children with a woman who has never had children, who says, I will never have children, I don't want to have children, she will ill-treat those children. It takes a mother to take care of even children that are not her own. Vanasisi makanyara vanoenda kumabhawa ava vanopenda muromo mutsvuku kuma5 nekuma5:30 ava kavasira vana unosvika ari kitwa kwatu mbuka dzevanhu otanga ake kuona movie kana ataona kuti mwana uyo ari kuchurukadziwa kana. She is not a mother. She has no contact, no connection with childbirth. Unto the woman, what did God say?
Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception.
How shall we give birth to children?
In sorrow thou shalt bring forth
Again.
In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
Yes, let's end there. The other part does not have to do with a childbirth. So we can, whatever we can find to comfort you, we should.
Yes.
But we shouldn't give you alternatives that cut corners. There are injections now where the doctors are giving women an injection through the spine to block child delivery pains. And some of the women who were injected, they now have a lot of side effects. Some of them, they are now semi-paralyzed. Some of them, they can't sleep at night. They wanted to block the pain. Now they stumbled into a different phase of medical complications. Don't run away from nature. Don't run away from what? From nature. If we meet 100 men who were born through the C-section and meet 10 men who were born naturally, those 2 men are different. This one, he was a fighter even before he was born. This one learned unity before he was born. His mother said push and he said I will push, and they pushed it together. Aka akazvizive kamudhiniwe kane kaiti ndinonzi I'm an introvert, ndonzi zanondoga kana kuti ndonzi karikoga. Intellectually speaking, a child benefits in her intellectual capacity by being born naturally. He is going to be more intelligent and is going to also have emotional intelligence. Emotionally speaking, a child born through normal childbirth is emotionally stronger. He can face challenges and not consider taking his own life. Vedu vekuti akangoblutikwa akutofunga mapiritsi egonza ava, kakuda kutozviuraya, hanzi musikana wangu andiblutika, saka zvitori nani ndife, my life is doomed. Tiri kubereka vana vemutwa, mutwa generation, weaklings who cannot face real challenges.